get your wrist very close to his neck, and then attack. Another way that it can help a lot, especially we spoke about when I'm out. So if I'm holding his head only, I can be on my knees, or I can have my legs crossed. After I establish the mount, you can choose wherever you feel comfortable. Sometimes I keep my leg crossed. Sometimes I'm on my knees holding, but then I stay very low. It's natural for you to defend your neck, for you to do this with your head, right? Everyone. If I want to put my hand inside, if I want to go for the Ezekiel, they do this. So that way, look, it's much harder to go in to reach. You have to reach the neck, right? Use your head. But literally push his head with yours. Especially if he's staying very close in. Now look, my hand doesn't really go in. I will put the side of my head beside his head, and then I'm going to open up. And then keep his head there. So if you try to close that gap again, my head is prevented. And then you go in. That's another way to help with the head, because you can always expect the person, the moment that you attack and they do this, they bring their shoulder to the ear and defend. They close that gap. So you force him. Your head is open in his head. Then if you try to force it in, you hold him. Very important. All the way to you have to deal with the arms. The person's arm is always here, cross. It's very difficult to pass. Look, he has the hand in. I can put my hand inside. See, slide in. Isolate the arm. See, he has a good difference. His arm across. I'm holding the head. My head is forcing his. I go inside his arm. And I just slide my whole arm in, look. And I trap the arm. Now I keep my arm very close. See my gi is in my forearm. Grab, pull your arm in. The gi has to be on your wrist. You cannot attack the Ezekiel with the gi on your forearm. You need to attack with the gi on your wrist. See, I'm blocking his arm. My head is opening his. I slide in, elbow up. Now it's in. Always keep the elbow down. Lift the other arm up. The hand that is in, usually I just keep it close. Keep it fast. So when you go for the Ezekiel, you push him into his neck. And the Ezekiel, it's an opportunist choke. As long as I hold the head, like I said, this is almost half of a choking. I just need the second hand, right? But no one realized this half a choke, because this, I'm trying to choke you, right? I have my hand in the collar. Now my second hand will finish. Because I'm holding your head, it not necessarily means I'm attacking the neck. So not everyone that keeps a good defense of the arm there. So always be aware. If you can see a gap, look, it has to come quick. Slide in, look, up. The moment that they're trying to bridge, they're trying to escape, especially if they're trying to escape, they have to arch the body. He's trying to push my leg to replace guard or head. And the moment that the hand goes down, see, the first thing that I bring is my head, because I want to open his neck. The head goes in. Now the choke comes in. Always use the head to open the space for your hand. Let's work the cross collar choke from the mount. So there's a lot of small details that are very important for you to follow, because without them your attack will fall apart and you will fail. It's focus on the details, and every details are very, very important. Small things together, they make your attack very efficient. It's if you miss a few, you won't hold your attack, it will collapse. So it's pay attention, like putting the hand deep is how deep you go, like spend some time, how if you have to react on your body the moment you put in your hand deep in the collar, because it weakens your position. You cannot be leaning forward too much, because when he breathes, he gets you out. Because the cross collar choke from the mouth is probably the most challenging attack to do, because your hands are busy. You cannot use your hands on the floor to stop the person escaping. That's why it's so difficult master the cross-collar choke in the mouth. If you're attacking the arm lock, the person is bridging, he's trying to escape. I'm sitting up, my arms are free. I can use the floor to stop if I have to. The cross-collar choke in the mouth, if I have to use my hands on the floor to stop, I automatically need to stop my attack. And he kind of gains some more space. So it's very important is you to establish a good control first, then you go for the attack. It's if you're controlling the mount, it's not secure. If you don't feel confidence, you will fail. That's the biggest challenge in the cross-collar choke to finish is securing the mount as you're trying to attack without having to use your hands on the floor. So, first, we did a video before when the person is replacing guard, how to prevent that. So, we came through that. Now, how to stop him bridging. That's very important, especially now that I'm going to start going for the neck. We already know that the first thing the person needs to bridge is to get control of my arm. Then he will bridge over, and then he'll get me out. So for the bridge, he needs to grab my arm first, then he goes. When he grabs my arm, it's exactly the same. When I reach the collar, I'm giving